मैं आज आप सबकी मुलाकात दीपक श्रीनिवास से कराता हूं। दीपक श्रीनिवास TGC 59 में सेलेक्ट हुए हैं। आखिरी चांस था और जब इनकी मुझसे मुलाकात हुई थी बहुत ही मायूस थे कि सर मेरे सारे चांस चले गए। आई एम 26+। मैंने उनको जो जो इंस्ट्रक्शन दी फॉलो किया, लेन लेटर एंड स्पिरिट, और आज कामयाब हैं। ही हैज गॉट रिकमेंडेड। अपने इंटरव्यू में बहुत ही खूबी से इन्होंने वो चीजें बताई हैं जिनको इन्होंने फॉलो किया है और सक्सेस अचीव किए। आप सब भी सुनिए और अंत तक ध्यान से सुनिए। आई एम वेरी श्योर यू विल बेनिफिटेड।
Srini, I congratulate you on behalf of Future Army Officer Academy for your selection in TS 59. Congratulations for your success. Yeah, how you are feeling now?
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, as it was a last attempt, you know that, and I'm feeling great for that. And firstly, I have to thank you for your last time help, because I reached you at my last week of SSB, before SSB, and I just told you like this was my last attempt, so I have to do something in that, and I need to do some extra effort. And you, without any hesitation, you directly told me that I will arrange extra 2 classes for you, and let us work together and we'll do something. So that level of like encouragement and motivation, like that helps me a lot, sir, in the last timing. So I have to thank you for that.
Okay. I didn't know like those lines were so motivating for you. Very nice. And like tell me how those classes could make difference to you. What you learned in that?
Yes, sir. Sir, from TAT, sir, TAT, usually I have a doubt in myself. So you showed me a clear path and how to write the TAT. What are the do's and don'ts of TAT? So I just fix that in my mind, like while writing essay, like my psychology in the SSB. I just remind those points, and I usually get doubt of myself. So this time I fix that I should never doubt that. I just need to implement it 100%. So I just implemented
I
your
told
point
you
100%,
that
and that.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
that when I tell you please follow them, because by now, like since it was your last chance, you are 26+. Uh, I said whatever you have tried. Now follow me. And
Yes, sir.
very nice.
Yes, sir.
I'm so happy. In fact, I'm equally happy that yes, the trial has been successful. And let me tell you, you will be a very successful and very straightforward officer. You will make it a great. You will be a great officer because you are
Thank you, sir.
pure,
Thank you, sir.
straightforward, and honest person. Those qualities are already inbuilt in you. And whatever mistakes you were making, luckily we were able to correct you. What is your
Yes, sir.
advice to the other defense aspirant who are preparing for SSB and not making since ages, or the fresh one who are going for the first time? Yeah, what is your advice, sincere advice to them?
Okay, sir. Sir, first thing I would like to mention is the fear inside them, because this is the one of the most important point you just pointed out and told me that see, this is your last attempt. So what is the point of fearing about this exam? You know everything about yourself. Just you need to like be conscious and execute properly. So I would request every candidate who are going for SSB that think like it is the last attempt. It will definitely help them, because it is like fearing about some task, about each task is not going to help them in any way. So like they could take me as an example. Like in my last attempt only I could able to execute it, but I would request everyone to follow the same in each and like their first SSB itself. So that fear factor is the one most important thing I realized in this SSB. And next is don't take any task lightly inside SSB. So each and every task is very important, and I just gave my 100% in each and every task. So that like I would like to point it out. And the next is preparation level. Some people told like they will not more like current affairs is not that much important, and defense knowledge is like you have to know just a basic knowledge, but the extra effort you are going to put in that preparation is going to improve their confidence level in a much higher way. So see, even I learned from you only, sir. Actually, you shared me defense news, like some news daily basis, even in the last week also. So from that news only, I just got that like I have to learn more. So let's learn other defense news and other current affairs as well. In the last week, I just put my extra effort to learn more news and update myself. Actually, this gave me more confidence in GTO, GD, and my lecturate and my interview as well. So these are the main advice I would like to mention.
I think even during SSB, I was regularly forwarding you the news.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's very nice. So, you will recommend your friends and people who come in contact to come to Future Army Officer Academy?
Definitely, sir. Definitely. That will be their opening, I believe. Definitely, it will be helpful for them. Definitely, I will recommend, sir.
Okay, now share your SSB experience of this time, like your lecturate topic or your group discussion topic, and how you managed to perform well. Then in group planning exercise, command task, progressive group task, and your interview. Share.
Okay, sir. So, starting with my GTO task from GD, my first topic was where India should concentrate more on, whether it is an international relationship or whether about its neighboring countries. The third point is its internal conflicts. So I chose international relationship, and I put more points on international organizations like BRICS, SEO, and other organizations, and about UN, and India is trying to be a permanent membership in UN. So I made put forward these points in my GD. And my second GD topic was how to protect India's value system. The first element was intolerance. Second element was how technology is affecting youths. And the third element in that was how fundamental rights is wrongly utilized. So I took on intolerance and spoke about intolerance in my second GD topic. And my lecturate topic was I remember three lecturate topics which I got. One is Israel Palestine crisis, second one is renewable energies, third one is technology is boon or ban for youths. So I chose Israel Palestine crisis, and I managed to complete my history, present, and the future about the Israel-Palestine crisis within the timeline. So, and I confidently perform myself in lecturate, and I increase my voice, be stable, and I never fumble in that lecturate, and I did it confidently. So, about my command task, it was I would not say it was very easy or very tough. It is a very moderate task. Uh, so I could able to complete my command task well in within a short period of time. And coming to GPE, GPE was like even you gave many points in GPE as well. So I was remembering those points before GPE, and I just implemented it. And in GPE also, I able to put my logical points. Firstly, in my writing, I completed it fully, all the task in GPE, and I able to put forth my points in GPE as well. And it was logical, I believe, because group accepted my points.
I
And
hope that the group planning exercise which we practiced, that must have really helped you in performing out there.
definitely, sir. I before the task, I just remember your advices, whether it is a TAT or GP or VAT. So I just remember what are all the do's and don'ts you told me, and then I just performed it without hesitation. So the next will be I would like to say about my interview. As you said, the fear, I just removed it completely. Before my interview, I was asked to wait in a room for more than 1 hour. So I was relaxing myself, and there was a few magazines in front of me, newspapers in front of me. I started reading everything in front of me. So I started reading about some war happened in 1948, like India, Pakistan. So, and I like cricket actually. So I read many articles about cricket. So I never considered that I'm going for SSB interview. So I just free up my mind by reading those articles. I just went blank inside the interview room. Actually, this give me a much confidence level. I just answered what are all the question asked by the interviewer, nothing more or nothing less.
How
So
long
this
your
helped me a
interview
lot.
lasted? How long your interview lasted?
Sir, it went for around 40 minutes, sir.
Okay. What all questions? What type of questions you were asked? And why you were so comfortable this time?
Yes, sir. Sir, the first factor is like I said, I used to revise much before the interviews in my previous SSBs. But this time I never revised the topic because you said that they are going to ask about you only, your studies, your education, your parents. So why should I worried about that? I know about them everything. So I know about my surroundings. So I just went in blank. So this give me the extra confidence. And the interview questions was about the basic family, their occupation, my what are all the things I do in a daily life basis, and what are all the newspaper, YouTube channel, Insta, like how I use the social media, and about my job. I worked in TCS as a software engineer. So he asked about my job, my work timing, and what are the things I do in my job. And also, I am doing agriculture. So how you set it up the agriculture? Where are the investment came from? And how you utilized it well? So these are the questions about my personal things. And about international current affairs, he directly asked me to tell some recent editorials you read in the Hindu newspaper. So I pointed out Russia just came out from Snake Island in Mediterranean Sea. It actually removed the blockade of Ukraine export of goods and services. I just mentioned it, and I mentioned about Agnipath. Then about Agnipath, interviewer asked many questions about it, and it went for around 5 minutes only for Agnipath. He asked me what is Agnipath and what is the pros and cons, and what is your own opinion about Agnipath if you want to change something. So these are the questions asked about, and he
What
asked
was your
about.
what was your recommendation for Agnipath?
Yes, sir. So he asked me two suggestions. So first suggestion was instead of 25 percentage of permanent commission, I they would have increased to 40% or something. This would have decreased some riots or misunderstanding happened among youths. And second suggestion was the clear explanation about this Agniveers, because this is a new change in armed forces after many years, almost 70 years. So this must be explained in a very easy manner so that they would have avoided some riots or disturbances happened in after Agnipath. So these two suggestions I gave. He said okay.
Okay. So in interview you were comfortable, and I'm very sure the editorials you must have read just before entering the interview office, something out of that also must have made you comfortable.
Yes, sir. Actually, I thought he will ask me about my what I am doing in at the waiting hall, but he didn't ask that question. But that reading make me very confident because I never think about my stress level was reduced drastically while reading the article itself, because I read about the wars happened in India, Pakistan during 1948. Actually, this gave me a extra boost before my interview. That is actually unexpected thing, but it just happened before the interview.
Okay, that's very nice. How was your progressive group task, individual obstacles?
Okay, sir. In progressive group task, I able to give two suggestions to my team. By this, they able to proceed it, and my I completed all the 10 individual obstacles within the time, exact time.
Okay. How was your command task? Like how you selected two subordinates to assist you in your completing your task?
Okay, sir. Sir, I am in my command task. It was moderate, and I choose two persons who are one person is short and one person is lean, because my height is 6.2 and I am a heavyweight person if other candidates are considered. So I choose one short person and one lean person because my command task demands that if everyone is big, we cannot able to stand on particular obstacles. So I need one lean person and I need one short person. So in that basis, I choose two persons.
Okay. It means you applied yourself in selecting people as per the requirement of the task.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's wonderful. And did the interviewing officer ask you that this is the last chance you have come, and what differently you have come prepared for the last chance, or something to that effect? Did he ask you?
Sir, he never asked me about my last chance, but he asked me about what is the different preparation you did in this attempt comparing to last attempt. So I said like I improved my physical standards and I mentioned some IMA trainings because in IMA 10 toe touch is required to clear the fitness level. So as I said, I can able to do 7 toe touch as of now, and I am improving my physical standards to 10 to reach that standard before my training itself. So this improvement I did, and in my subjects, I used to read newspapers and be updated myself in current affairs, and I did research on defense related news very much. So he asked me about defense news also. What are all the equipments we used to bought from other countries? So I listed out from France like Rafale, Mirage 2000 and Russia's Sukhoi 30 MK, all that. And he again asked me what are all the internal development manufacturing in defense. So I mentioned INS Vikrant and DRDO's recent autonomous UAV and recent new ATGM tested in Arjun tank. So I listed all these things, and he just moved on.
Okay, that's wonderful. We have just missed the screening part. Like, how was your screening part and the narration, PPTT, and group discussion? And what was your practice for OIR?
Okay. So as screening process is concerned, in my experience, I thought OIR also play a major role because everyone like in my tech entries, so the competition was very high, and in my group discussion and PPDT, all of them performed well. All of their narrations were good. All of their discussions also good. So in our group, more than 6 people were spoke well in narration, including myself, and discussions was also very constructive. So I think the OIR, my OIR is very good, I would say, because out of 100 questions, I able to write more than 95 questions correctly, and I think this would help me to get screened in this time. And OIR also important, and the confident narration is very much important before discussion.
How was the PPTT?
Yes, sir. PPT, we got a picture of 4 guys in a particular room. It looks like a workshop or lab. Some people took it as a lab or some experiment is going on, and I took it as a industry, and they are doing projects on a new engine and they are going to develop it. So this is my story. An engineer who is actually in a project and he has to complete that project by developing a new engine. So this is my story in the picture, and most of our stories are around this new project and work. So our discussion actually went in a very smooth way. And as far of narration is concerned, I confidently presented myself, and in a natural manner, not in a I'm not just reading the TAT story which I wrote, like PPTT story which I wrote. I just express myself in a natural way, in a confident way as well in narration.
How was the discussion on PPTT?
Okay, sir. Discussion is concerned since it is a repeater group, everyone put up a very valid point. Whenever time comes, there is some silence in the group, so I used to grab that opportunity to put forth my point. So I got 2 to 3 chances in discussion, and group accepted my point as well.
That's very nice. And I can understand these are your advices for the people who are going for SSB.
Definitely.
Any other thing which you like to add for the benefit of the people who are candidates who are preparing for SSB? Any of your advice which you have not told till now? Yeah.
So one thing I would recommend is till the conference ends, our chances is on. So don't lose hope. You didn't perform well some task, don't lose hope. Till the conference, you have the chance, because my conference went for 15 minutes. In there also many personal questions were thrown out. So I able to confidently performed it well, because I had that mentality that this is my last attempt. So till the conference, it is very important for me to perform well. So candidates can take this point, like they can perform till the end. They should not lose the hope in between the SSB process.
And what were the questions which were asked to you during the conference?
Yes, sir. Sir, in conference, it is similar to personal interview regarding my sericulture, agriculture, and my work experience. What you learn new in the past 2 years in your IT field. So I just mentioned about few technologies which I learned in my IT field, and other questions was since it is your last, here they asked about my last attempt. Since it is your last attempt, what are all the different things you prepared yourself in mentally, physically as well? So I just tell the same points which I told in the interview, and same basic questions about my preparation and about my personal life. These are the questions were asked.
Okay. Uh, those 15 minutes would have hinted you that certainly you are a borderline case. And since you answered correctly and satisfactorily, in hearts of us, you must be very sure that you will make it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, how many people got recommended? Like how many reported for screening? How many got screened? And then finally, how many got recommended?
So totally around 297% candidates appeared for SSB, and 33 got screened in, and 2 got recommended.
Wow, what a result! 2 out of 292, and you are one of them. So nice. Okay, tell me something about your medical experience also.
Yes, sir. Sir, medical experiences, we don't need to worry about it, because since it is my first medical, I used to worry about all the things. But there is a usual task only, sir. So we are not going we don't have anything to do about medicals. So whatever we are, so it is going to come. The result is going to come in that way only. So we don't have to anything to change about it. One thing I would recommend is try to reduce weight and be fit before your SSB only. So it will help in medical also, because weight and height is also important. So that one thing we can do in medicals. Other things and all, it will happen whatever they are. So we cannot do anything about it. So that one thing I recommend.
Very nice, Deepak. On behalf of Future Army Officer Academy, I again congratulate you. I am so happy because I was equally worried you were going for the last chance, and I had realized you were so sincere, so honest, so fair person. Why you could not make it earlier? Yeah, whatever correction I could think, I tried to apply it, and you also applied in actual performance. That is very nice. I think you hail from Coimbatore.
Yes,
Am I
sir.
right?
Yes, sir. Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu.
Yeah.
Yes,
Your
sir.
college mates and your friends at Coimbatore, they must also be very happy.
Definitely, sir. Since it is my last attempt, they were very excited and happy.
Throw a party for them, and I wish you success in future. Do well in training. Remain in touch. I wish you good luck. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Once again, I thank you for your effort and your support, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
God bless you. Take care.